Hey, what's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be talking about what kind of stocks you should be looking to invest in Canada if you are looking for dividends. Now, we'll be looking at on a pure bank basis. We have six big banks in Canada. The one we're looking at is TD, Royal Bank, National Bank, Bank of Nova Scotia, CIBC, and there is BMO, the Bank of Montreal. So the portfolio, what we're looking at over here is a website called Portfolio Visualizer, which helps us back test and see if we had put X amount of dollars into this kind of portfolio, what kind of growth or what kind of dividends, what kind of returns we could have possibly get. So we will be looking at some kind of modeling, right? So what we have put in on here is, let's say somebody had put in $100,000. Now keep in mind, I'm not talking about investing in one particular bank. We will be diversifying it equally between the six banks. Also, I know there could be other dividend paying stocks out there, but hypothetically, if you think about it, if you're looking at what companies can actually keep on making money irrespective of whether markets are up or down, interest rates are up or down, the only companies which can actually make money was going to be the banks, right? Because when the interest rates are low, they still make the spread. When interest rates are high, they still make the spread. So they will still make money irrespective of market conditions. People will still have to borrow money because nobody has all the money to buy, let's say, a mortgage, let's say a house, right? So they will have to get a mortgage. Not all of everybody has all the money to, let's say, buy a car. So they will have to borrow, right? All right, so we have put in the assumption $100,000 starting from 1995 to 2023. We are looking at good 28 years. And we have put in the fact that cash, any balancing, which is, so right now we are starting off with equal weight. So rebalance is going to happen on an annual basis. The dividends are going to be reinvested for now. And we are going to show income. And we have distributed among these assets totaling up to 100%. So let's look at what do we see, right? So when you take a look at the portfolio, start off with $100,000. Final balance is about $3.5 million. If you take a look at the rate of return, it's about 14.01%. However, when you talk about inflation adjusted, it's about 11.24. Deviation is about 17.08. Right? So I mean, if you have a stock portfolio, about 20% fluctuations is something that you should really be prepared for. Max drawdown was about negative 45. Market correlation is 0.66. Right. So here's how the portfolio has performed. Now, I mean, given the fact that we started in 1995, we had a nice strong growth. Then there was a bit of a tech bubble, so we had a bit of a flat line. Then we had a nice run. Then we have a bit of a drawdown, right? And then we are all the way over here. So this is based on non-inflation adjusted. So you talk about inflation adjusted, when you factor in the buying power built into it, that $100,000 is actually worth about $1.8 million. So the inflation rate of return, let's say about 3%, has actually factored in, because the same amount of money is actually worth lesser, because without inflation, it was about 3.5, right? If you put in the inflation, we're looking at only about 1.8. So about 50% of the portfolio has, you lose the purchasing power, right? Let's look at the returns. So I mean, not a lot of downturns. So we have 2007, 2008, right? So that's one of the things what I said. In about 28 years, market good or bad, they will still make kind of eke out some money, right? So 1999, that was a negative year. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in 28 years, you had about 6 negative years, and then the rest were positive. Pretty good, right? So 16 or 22 years were positive and 6 were kind of negative. Then we had a few flat years. Right, still pretty good. This is a portfolio, right? Portfolio income. So in terms of the distributions that were, or the dividends that were actually getting reinvested. So we start off with, so generally the banks of history are paying about 4%, roughly give or take about 4% in dividends, right? So we start off with about 4%. This is just under 4%. This is more like 3.5%. So you start about $4,200, but you see in terms of the dividend itself, It's about $134,000. That's a lot of money, right? If you put in about 28 years, if in today's dollar amount you can get $134,000, that's pretty great. I mean, the amount of money that you actually invested at the beginning 28 years ago was about $100,000, and now in just in dividends, let's say if I decide not, let's say if this was my portfolio, and I decide that, hey, you know what, I don't want to get reinvested, portfolio is actually still pretty well, right? Now in 2000, generally if the markets are down, you would expect portfolio cuts. So we didn't really see big cuts even over here in 2008, 2009. We didn't see much in the portfolio growth, in the dividend growth. But if you take a look at the just overall growth, it's just been phenomenal, right? This is really the power of compounding. When they talk about compounding, it is really the seventh one or the eighth one of the book, right? Okay, so now this is when you actually started in 1995. You had a nice bull run. Now what if we actually started not in 1995? What if we started in 2008? We bought at the peak. What happens then? Right? That's another question you got to ask. So let's say we put in 2008 and then we had a market crash. What happens then, right? So 2007, 2008, you had a bit of a dip. You put in 100, had a dip 63,000. So you had a paper loss about 37%, but hold and behold, I mean, after you hold it for about 15 years odd, you're still looking at about 454. So $100,000, even with the market crash, after 15 years, you're still looking at about 4x your money. If you put in inflation adjusted, it might be around 3x. So it's still not that bad. Now let's take a look at in terms of the rate of return. So the rate of return definitely took a bit of a beating, right? Before it was about 14% odd. It's also about 10.5. Inflation adjusted about 8%. So still pretty good, given the fact that just when invested, things went south. So still getting an 8% rate of return, I would say it's pretty good. And here you see the portfolios, right? Now the good thing is, sure, you took a beating over here, right? However, if you notice the portfolio growth, now because the market went down and this $4,000 odd was getting reinvested, which means it was getting reinvested at a lower price. So it means you were getting it you were getting a better portfolio yield, a better dividend yield, right? So even though with the market crash, you see a really steady or exponential portfolio growth, right? So in about 15 years time, somebody put in $100,000 and they see a market crash of 2008, 2009, pretty severe. We saw the US-China trade war, right? We saw the pandemic, right? Everything has been thrown at the markets. But if you notice, this is a pretty nice line, right? I mean, right now, 2022 had about $17,000 odd in terms of portfolio dividends. So I would say it's pretty good, right? I mean, you put in about $100,000 odd, and after 15 years, you can pull out about $17,000. Pretty good rate of return. So once again, I mean, these are pretty well established companies, right? It's not a company which is there here today, gone tomorrow. Well established. Now, this portfolio might not be for everyone. It is diversified across companies, but not across sectors. But once again, if you take a look at everything that has been thrown at the market, right? Let's say even we go all the way to 1995 or so, everything being thrown at the market, guess what? The dividends are still getting compounded, right? The rate of return is, even after the big drawdown, we still looked at about 10% as a rate of return. Inflation adjusted 8%. So not too bad. Hopefully you guys have questions. Let me know on the channel, on the link below. And if you do like the video, like and subscribe. Any comments, feel free to comment. And you guys have a great one.